were in a good place, why walk out on the water? Why in the middle of your storm would you step out of a place that you know is going to keep you from sinking to the bottom of a sea? The thing that's keeping you afloat, that's holding you together, the thing that will guarantee that you will make it to the other side. This is why we must be sure where we walk, Christ is always there telling us to come. When we step out on faith toward Jesus, we can guarantee we are making it to the other side. But just because we are headed to the other side on faith doesn't mean it won't get windy. But guess what? It still gets windy sometimes. The devil tells us the same thing on the daily that he tells you. He tries to distract us any kind of way that he can to get us off the track. I don't think anybody knows why we doubt when we're doing such a good job, when we prayed so long, we fasted so long. I'm going to really stick to this diet, or I'm going to really stick to this budget. Oh, I'm going to open the Bible app and I'm going to have a Bible streak and make sure I read the Bible every single day. I'm going to pray every day. You know, it's really hard for us to understand where we go wrong in those moments in certain periods of time. Or like Peter, we end up sinking. Neurologists say it takes 21 days to create a habit for the brain to tell the body that this is the new thing that we're doing. We all have heard that, but I think the bigger fact that neurologists need to explain is that once the habit is created, if you pick that habit back up, it starts right back all over again. This explains scientifically why we need to watch our surroundings. We have to watch what we're listening to. I want to stop right there for a second because just this week, I think it was Monday. Was it Monday, Tuesday? Artists take off. Take off. Monday. He was murdered. And for years, I used to say the same stuff. It's just music. It's just music. It's not. I'm not going to do any of this stuff to the music. I'm not no gangbanger. I'm not calling women out of their name. I'm not doing any of that stuff. But somehow or another, it seems like every other month, another hip hop artist is dying. And not just dying from, I think I talked to my brother earlier this week. He said, you know, other artists, when they die, it's like a car accident. So, but somehow in the hip hop culture, they're getting killed. This is how we have to watch these things. This is wind. Watch your surroundings. Watch what you're listening to. Everything is always one step away from the slippery slope back to your relapse. Or I die, all it takes, Brother Charles, is a little bit won't hurt. We just need a little bit. That's some win. For our budget, it says, well, you know, I'm going to save a little bit later. There goes some win. For our scripture reading, well, I could just miss this one day. There goes some win. For Tuesday night Bible study, well, I can miss prayer. There goes some win. Well, I'll be a little late tonight. There goes some win. I just won't go on this Tuesday night. I'll see him on Sunday morning. There goes some win. All it takes for Friday morning manna is, well, I'll just turn it on and I'll stay asleep while it's on. There goes some win. Pastor Matisha, Pastor James, they not gonna see my phone number up there anyway. I'll just go past it and I don't have to wake up for morning manna because I stayed up late last night anyway. So there goes some win.
Yes, sir.
Here comes Sunday morning. I don't need morning inspire. I'll just come when the praise and worship starts. There goes some win.
Yes, sir.
I'll come in after the offering because I don't want to pay my tithes today. So there goes some win.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My favorite artist, he said, it's a song called Drifting. He said, you've been drifting. Nobody wakes up addicted. Every great fall is from 100 bad descendants. You've been drifting. Nobody wakes up addicted.
Come on.
Every great fall from 100 bad descendants. You've been drifting. And it happened right before our eyes. I'll be up here on Sunday morning. I tell you, Jesus got the drip. Jesus has the drip. You got to believe in Jesus. So when it comes. If I rock the cross, Jesus is going to be missing. Jesus, he's not on the cross. He died for us. The job is starting to slow down a little bit. Love your brother as you love yourself. Family starts to miss from church. Church is a little too long. It's just, I don't know how much longer I can do this. When you preach every third Sunday, but I don't know, this is stressing me out. I can't preach this Sunday, Pastor. When? I think I'll just play the guitar for worship this Sunday. When? Now the next thing you know, you're back in your place of comfort. You're sitting down. You were there preaching every third Sunday, every second Sunday, or you had 2 messages a Sunday. But because the wind came, now you want to get back to your place of comfort. The place where you watch your father, you watch your uncles, your aunts, and good friends play everything that they taught you. Oh yeah, he brings in a familiar face as well. So you feel a little bit more comfortable about what you're doing. Because the wind has distracted you. But I'm here to tell you today that that's the same wind that was there when Peter walked out on the water. You have to get back to the place that God has called you to be. See, it wasn't that Peter lost his sight off of Christ. But what Peter did lose was his focus. He lost his focus. In verse 24 of the chapter, the writer Matthew lets us know that The strong winds and waves were already there before Peter even stepped outside of the boat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It doesn't matter when you step out of the boat that it's going to be something different. It's the same stuff. You already knew that the job wasn't going to be stable. So that isn't a reason for you to stay focused, to misfocus on Jesus Christ. You have to keep your eyes on the Lord. Verse 30 lets us know that it was when Peter saw the strong winds and waves. That's when he began to sink. You know, this is so ironic to me because of Peter's occupation. Peter was a fisherman. If anybody knew how to survive with winds and waves in the water, it would be Peter. He's already seen these familiar winds. He's already seen these familiar waves. It's the same thing for y'all. It's the same thing. Every single time you step out on something, God, He done gave you every single degree. He done gave you every single training that you need. He done taught you how to raise the kids. He done taught you how to discipline them. He done taught you how to teach yourself. But it's the same stuff that's going to come your way. The same wind and waves that were there before you learned are the same wind and waves that are going to be there after you learn. Out of all the times Peter was fishing, he never saw these strong winds. He never saw these strong waves. I would think if anyone knew how to react at that moment, it would have been him, even inside of the boat. So that brings us back to the question of why he walked out on the water. Peter, he was in a familiar situation. I don't know if he thought, I've been fishing before, and the last time we had some winds like this, the boat flipped over. I don't know if he had been in these winds and waves before. The last time I was like this, yeah, I'm with the other 11, but at least 2 of them are going to end up having to get off the boat and sink down to the bottom of the sea. He had been here before. And so now the reason why he stepped out is because he knew there had to be a new way to get to the other side. And when he climbed back into the boat, the wind stopped. Who is this man that the winds listen and obey him? Jesus got inside of the boat with him, and all of the winds ceased. They stopped. Then the disciples worshiped him. They said, "You really are the Son of God," they exclaimed. So you mean to tell me after all the miracles, signs, and wonders that we done did, this is when you finally realize that this is the Son of God? Wow. What does God have to put you through in order for you to recognize? What does God have to put us through in order for us to recognize that He truly is the King of Kings and Lord of Lords? Realize it on today. Verse 34 as I close. It says, after they had crossed the lake, they landed in Gennesaret. I had to look it up. I was thinking, what's the point? Come to find out that Gennesaret is the garden of the prince. You always wonder why Jesus told him to go to the other side. And he went up to the mountain to go pray. And the thing was, he was already in his own garden. Jesus is our Prince of Peace. So whatever you're floating around in right now, you can all please sing. Whatever you're floating around in, if you're stepping out on faith, Jesus is telling you to go to a place. He's telling you to go to a place where your peace is. Gennesaret. Every head bowed, every eye closed. The Bible says that when they got to Gennesaret, that the people touched his fringes. They touched the hem of his garment. Many people were healed. Many people that were sick, the blind, the deaf, the lame, all of them. All of them were healed in that very moment. Now today, I don't know where you're at as an individual. If you're still there where you watched the miracle and Christ is telling you to get inside of the boat and go to the other side, you may be on the boat today. And you see Christ in the middle of your storm. There's a storm that you're in right now. and you know that you see Christ telling you that you don't have to worry about anything, and you're looking for an extra way, you're looking for a new way to walk out today. And that new thing that you can walk out on is called faith. Or maybe you're already walking on the water. And as you walked on the water, you realize you're beginning to sink. If that's you, all you have to do is call out Jesus, Lord, Lord, save me. We all have been there before. Every single person that has received salvation on today already knows that the Lord can save you. He saved me. And he's trying to get you to your place of peace. Because he is the Prince of Peace.